I want to give you some praise first.
Okay.
First, I want to praise the RFTB because same station, the Sports Junkies.
Yeah.
They were on cable access in the 90s, and they were all from Maryland. Hey, I'm from Virginia. I can't stand Maryland, but
What the Falls?
Yeah.
are you a Maryland guy?
No.
A friend of ours is. He's
And I know you're Pennsylvania.
I am
so
Pennsylvania, yeah.
I can't stand Maryland. But they were all from Maryland. They were from like Olney and up in Marlboro or whatever. And so they just like kind of like you guys, right? This was a different day though. The internet didn't really exist, and there's trying to do a cable access show, and then they get picked up by JFK at the time. It became 106.7 The Fan later, and they were doing like an evening show with music in the background, and they're young, so they're talking about playing Splinter Cell and just these games and stuff. And then as they get older, they had good chemistry, and they had good chemistry because they knew each other since they were like in kindergarten or first grade, and it wasn't contrived.
Right.
And so, I think your guys' show, you can always tell when it's very forced. And when the hosts don't really know each other. Sometimes Elliot, I remember Elliot in the morning, like he kind of just comes in from wherever he was from, and now but they kept all the other cast members there. I know this is kind of getting like geeky, but it took a while for Elliot to develop a chemistry in DC with the rest of his cast.
Yeah.
To me, I'm just a huge radio enthusiast, in these shows, and you can just parse through that very quickly. And so, and part of that is like sometimes a really good show is this, did they talk about this beforehand, or are they just naturally going off on these topics?
Yeah.
And it comes across very well. So I applaud the chemistry that you have with your boys there.
The funny thing is like when we argue on the podcast, that's real.
Yeah.
And then it's the first time we've argued about it, and then we continue the argument after the podcast is over. So we'll argue there's a 3-year argument about a sandwich shop that we can't stop arguing about, and we will get into a serious, like, it'll be hour-long debates on this kind of stuff. So
Episode 78 or no?
A sandwich shop?
Yeah, so that we had a debate on the best sandwich shop, and Mabry had said, basically what he said was you needed a college degree to work at
a master's
degree to work at Jimmy John's, and it exploded. And like probably one of the most like the best people always comment about like, oh, we love your sandwich shop argument, but we were actually mad at each other. Like we couldn't get off of it for weeks. We were mad at each other
so
about
it's
that.
Basically, Jersey Mike's vice Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
And Jennifer, my wife Jennifer, she doesn't listen to that podcast that much, but she happened to be listening to that episode. She said she had to pull over to the side of the road because she was laughing so hard because Mabry's position was so funny. I'll just say it that was funny.
Right.
And it's natural, right? It's not like you put him up to it.
No.
He really believed that and still believes that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's